Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 136 of Week in Review. A very short episode this week as we're just going to give you some quick impressions of Madden 21 and we're going to try some Fritos. We'll also look forward to this week's new releases and the streams happening over on twitch.tv/Shaunosaurus Rex. First up on this week's show, I'm going to give you some quick hit impressions of Madden NFL 21, a game that I played and then forgot that I played, so obviously it left a very nice impression on me. It was so memorable that I forgot that I played it. Madden 21 feels like it's more of the same. I don't play the games to a super deep level every single year, so I have a hard time talking about the general gameplay. That's not really my cup of tea. What I do like talking about is the new game modes that they add. And this game has a new game mode called the Yard. I only played this game for like an hour and 45 minutes. I did not put very much time into it. I played one regular game, and there were some weird graphical glitches in the like interstitial portions between quarters, and then like when they were coming out from after halftime, the textures didn't load in quite right. It's kind of weird because I saw people on the internet talking about how like, oh, there's going to be a day one patch coming out on Friday, and I was like, but I paid an extra $20 to play it 3 days early to play a lesser version of the game that comes out on Friday because there isn't a day one patch that should be out for the deluxe edition of the game. Doesn't make any sense, so I don't know, maybe there's a patch that kind of irons some of that stuff out. Either way, I didn't experience any tremendous weirdness like some of the stuff that's going around on Twitter in regards to Madden, but there were a couple of graphical things here or there. The game played fine. Again, I'm not getting it super into the weeds because I don't really play that stuff super consistently to tell you the differences. Switching over to the Yard, I think it's a really interesting addition. I don't think it fits super well within the Madden 21 boxed bundle. It's a cool idea and cool concept in that I think it's as close as we're ever going to get to another NFL Street game, which was a very like arcadey stylized version of the NFL. Once they really hit their heights with the NBA Street franchise with Volume 2, they started to apply it to other sports, notably the NFL and FIFA. I don't think either of those ever reached the heights of the NBA, even the lesser played NBA Street games. But it was still like, it was a cool concept. Fun arcade football is always like welcome. They've tried to bring it back, and they brought it back with Madden NFL Arcade, which was supposed to be kind of more like, it's in like real stadiums and as compared to like the street ball sort of thing, and it's a more exaggerated approach to football, but it was like fine. I played it, and while I think the look of the new Yard mode is very neat, I think the uniforms look really cool. They have a very stylized approach to them that I think is very aesthetically pleasing. I think the gameplay leaves a lot to be desired, and I think the issue is that it's in the same engine as Madden 21, so it doesn't feel like the game plays that much differently. It feels like it's too realistic. If this were a separate game or a separate experience or a different team worked on it and they were able to exaggerate the player movements, make people jump higher, do crazier things, I think you could have something really interesting and unique here. But instead you just kind of have a like street style version kind of the regular game, and if you like the regular game you might like this, but I wasn't super impressed with the gameplay of it. It's a cool concept, has a cool style and a look to it that I think is very interesting, and I want to put more time into it and kind of dive a little bit deeper and see if there is something that I really enjoy. But I also wouldn't be surprised if I played like a couple more games and was like, nah, I'm good, like looks cool but not for me. Those are just a few quick impressions of Madden 21. I put less than 2 hours into it. I haven't even tried the face of the franchise mode. I just didn't really have time. A lot of the week I spent was focused on getting the stream stuff where I wanted it to be. I'd fallen behind on Grab Bag. I wanted to make sure that got wrapped up. September Mascot Madness was starting on Saturday. I've been playing Fall Guys. It was just a thing where I was like, I feel like I've been a little bit lax with my scheduling stuff lately, and I just wanted to get a couple of other things done. So I just didn't really commit the time that I wanted to Madden NFL, which is fine. I'm sure I'll get back to it and play some more of the Yard and check out Face of the Franchise. I'm just not 100% sure when that's going to happen. Playing a bunch of Madden sure will probably work out an appetite as you're juking all those defenders and scoring touchdowns against your online opponents. Fortunately, I have a snack to hopefully quench your snackable snacking needs in the form of some Fritos. These were given to me by my brother. He came in the apartment the other day and was like, I come bearing gifts, and left these on the table for me, and I just haven't gotten around to try them, so I figured I would put them on the show. So they're chorizo and chipotle. which is very exciting because I like chorizo and I like chipotle. So there you go. They look like they might be a little hot, so we might get another good image that I got from the hot chicken lays. But we'll give these a try. Quality audio. He said he found these at De Leon's, and he just happened to grab them and think of me, which I appreciate. So shout out to my brother for bringing these to me. We'll take a smell here. Careful smell. Oh, these smell real good. These smell so good. Oh, man. Oh, man. They are packed with flavor. I don't know how well that comes over on the camera, but they look really good. I love a Frito. I eat chili cheese Fritos a lot. I love the scoops. I love regular Fritos are pretty good. Even the honey barbecue twists are good. Fritos, they're putting out the hits as far as the chips are concerned. Okay. Okay. These taste really good. I like them. A little hint of that barbecue. Alright. I like these. I say barbecue because I associate Chipotle with barbecue. Because I get Chipotle barbecue because it's very good. I like a little kick of spice to it. Alright. These are really good. I like these. And these are tasty. I need to finish this review before I eat this whole bag. So there you go. Little quick hit of a Fritos taste test. I like these. These are very good. Finally, on this week's show, we have this week's new releases. Nothing in theaters. Nothing really streaming. There are 2 Blu-rays of note. Irresistible, which is a movie that came out earlier this year as like a home premiere, written and directed by Jon Stewart, starring Steve Carell and Rose Byrne. That's out on Blu-ray. I thought I was going to watch it. Never got around to it. And then The Goonies gets a 4K restoration, presumably in honor of its 35th anniversary. So there's that you can look out for if you would like. But it's a big week for games, and there are 3 big games of note coming out this week. The first one, and probably the most popular, notable one, is NBA 2K21. That releases on Friday. The second, which I would guess would just be because people care about the Marvel universe, and that would be Marvel's Avengers. And that releases on Friday if you buy the standard edition, but if you buy the deluxe edition, you can play it today when this video posts, so you can enjoy that if you want. I won't be playing it. I played about 3 hours of the beta. It's not a game for me. It's just, I don't really care for the live service sort of thing. I found the gameplay to be very dull and boring, so that's a big pass for me. But thankfully, there is one game that is very exciting to me, and it is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 remaster, remake, whatever they're calling it. I have this game pre-ordered. I have it like downloaded, ready to roll. I played the demo. It was awesome. Yeah, this game I am very, very excited for, and that conveniently leads into this week's streams. Thursday, we will be playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2 as soon as it unlocks. I'll be all over it. I'm very excited for that game. On Wednesday, we'll be doing a bit of a Rico Rise of a Legend marathon. We'll probably try and run out the rest of the regular season. There might be a stream on Friday. I really want to play Tell Me Why, so we might check that out on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we'll continue the September Mascot Madness tournament, and then depending on how things go, it could either be Fall Guys or it could be Tell Me Why, either before or after the tournament is done. And then I don't have to work on Monday. I have a 3-day weekend, so we're going to do 2 parts of September Mascot Madness. We're going to get all the way through the round of 32 by the end of Monday. That is the plan for the streams. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, head on over to twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex, hit that follow button, and tune in when I'm live. It's a good time over there. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Week in Review. If you like the content, you can scroll on down and click that subscribe button, and then you can ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos every day at 8 a.m. Pacific time. If you like the content and you want to let me know your thoughts on what I talked about this week, you can scroll on down and you can leave me a comment down below. Be sure to check out the streams over on twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex on Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday, definitely Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then check right back here every single Tuesday for more Week in Review. We'll see you next week.